A little bit surprising, but maybe not too surprising. Darby and Liz, they have made a spin-off show of Anthony. First of all, they have left Anthony. That is without a doubt. They started their own brand, their own YouTube channel where they're going to work. Darby's going to probably do the same type of content, watch content. They're selling luxury watches, jewelry, and so on, almost like Roman, but very similar to Anthony. And then you have to throw in the question, hey, what happened here? And why do they feel like they are strong enough as a team of two people to start a competing business against Anthony? Is Anthony really that weak that his own employees are starting competing businesses? Now, I'm going to tell this story from two perspectives, one from Anthony's perspective and one from Darby and Liz, because I've actually had experience in both. I worked in a startup marketing agency in San Francisco, and at one point in time, I felt like I was being underpaid. I felt like I was being under-respected. They gave me a Toshiba laptop while everyone had iMacs or MacBooks. And that was very disrespectful to me. And yeah, there were other things I'm not going to mention here, probably NDAs. But I felt like I was doing a lot of work. I was doing all the Google ads, all the Facebook. I was doing all the work, and I was not getting the compensation. So one of the reasons employees leave a startup is they feel like they can do a better job, and they get 100% of the money. Now, in hindsight, you also get 100% of the headaches, which was not, obviously, you don't really look at the bad things. When you're looking to jump and ship, you're looking for like, oh, well, this is going to be better this way, that way, this way. You often don't look at the negatives or the risk. So Darby and Liz, Darby is doing the same type of videos that he has been doing in the past. So that's no different from his workflow. That makes a lot of sense to me. And Liz is a new Anthony. Now, Liz was trained by Anthony to be a salesperson. So again, that makes sense to me. I believe that both these two people, they figure, hey, if Anthony can do it, why can't we do it? And we get to keep 100% of the money. Pay is also a big indicator. I believe that these two feel like they were underpaid, and that is one of the reasons they left. Maybe Anthony no longer paid for their apartment, which is pretty crazy that he paid for it to begin with. Now, from the employer standpoint, I've also hired employees who have started competing agencies, and I always wish them the best of luck. If they can provide better services and so on and be competitive, then so be it. So from Anthony's perspective, there's not a thing he can do. He might have a non-compete. He may not. He probably does not have a non-compete. But there's nothing he can do. They're eating their lunch. This is exactly what Grand Caliber did to him, except Grand Caliber actually paid him money to go away. In this case, he's not being paid money, right? Darby and Liz are not paying him money. And their employees starting. This is the second time this has happened that individuals have split off. The first time with Jimmy, Marco, the original TPG team. And this time it's Darby and Liz. In fact, many people suggest if Liz did not comment so negatively on Jimmy, that maybe they still could have a job with them. Again, maybe not a great job, like a secretary job, like what Liz was doing in the beginning. And then Darby would have a videographer job and they would replace Matt. I think that would make a lot more sense, and that would help Grand Caliber, or maybe have Matt and Darby. They obviously still very much believe in videography as they continue to make videos, even though the viewership is down. You leave when you don't have money. A lot of people don't understand, or you believe you can make more money. The main reason that people get divorced is because of money, and the main reason people leave their companies, which is by itself a little bit kind of like a divorce scenario, is for more money. Yeah, I mean, what else can you say? Money is the heart of the problem. So whatever Anthony's paying them, we know that Anthony has a money crunch. We know Anthony couldn't afford 2 videographers. That he's having problems. Lawyers are not expensive, and we know that he's being sued by Bob's Watches for $1 million. all this stuff is going to, I mean, basically, it is what it looks like. There's no mystery of what might happen. This stuff is expensive, and he's got to pay for the lawyers and the legal fees. If he doesn't, then he'll go to jail or go for $1 million. He'll be sued for more money than that. Ever since Bob Watts' it seems like it seems like he doesn't really have that much money. Honestly, the TPG brand has been on the decline since the whole Bob Watts' scenario, and that's very unfortunate because, it's very, how can I put it? It's so interesting to me that all his most loyal employees are leaving. Would it surprise me if Z? Would it surprise me if Z was going to leave and start a competing agency targeting the international Asian market? No. That's something that Anthony doesn't really have experience with, and therefore Anthony shouldn't dip his pockets into Z's money. Not surprised. If your employees, and from an employee side, you always think that it's easy what your boss is doing, right? Oh, so easy. And then when you become an employer, you're like, oh wait, this is not as easy as I thought it was. But you do get to keep 100% of the money, which is important to Darby and Liz. Darby and Liz have always seemed to me like people who preach positivity, preach that they don't care about money, but they really like money. Everything Darby owns, from the Corvette to the Rolexes to his apartment, is premium stuff, right? When he's choosing an apartment, he's not choosing an apartment, hey, I gotta save Anthony some money here. He's choosing the most expensive apartment he can get his hands on. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Was Darby and Liz right to leave Anthony or not?